What is going on, guys? Back with another video. We're doing something a little different for this one. Currently editing another challenge video right now, but I've been playing a lot of EASHL, working with some builds, trying out some builds, and I'm gonna show you what my current go-to build is right now. This is probably, especially for threes, if you're doing threes, this build kinda slaps. I'll build it for you, I will show you it, try it out, let me know how it is. Cool. Apparently my battery is low. Yeah, I've been testing out a bunch of builds, fine tweaking stuff, and I think I found a pretty solid sniper build. You can use, I use it honestly like as a winger and as a defenseman. I find it's pretty solid, so yeah, we'll jump right into it. Pick a sniper. If I can find it. There it is. Nope, that's a power forward. What am I doing? We're gonna go 5'9". We're gonna go 160. We're gonna be a little tiny. We're going to, obviously the shooting is preference. For techniques, we're going 86. So like your wrist shot is still gonna be pretty decent. It's just this build is for like your 1Ts and your slap shots. As possible, 93. We're gonna bump this up to 95. We're gonna bump balance down to 76. And agility, we're going to drop to 90. Next up is power. Kind of the same theme here. We're gonna drop to 85, which is still good in my opinion. We're gonna bump this up to 95. We're also gonna bump acceleration up to 95. Puck control, we're gonna drop to 82. And endurance, we're going to put to 88. Honestly, the puck control at 82, like you can still pull off dekes and stuff, especially with when you're gonna be increasing deking. So I feel like that kind of helps out. For play style, we're gonna go 84. Offensive awareness, we're gonna drop to 86. Body checking, 80. Stick checking, 70. Defensive awareness, 72. Now I know I said I play this as a defenseman sometimes, and the defensive awareness only being at 72, but honestly, I find a lot of it is about positioning. So as long as you kind of have an idea of where you're supposed to be or have an idea of where the puck is going, I feel like the game helps you out there. Stick checking, the same thing. It's like, especially compared to last year, stick checking has definitely been improved. I feel like you still obviously trip people, but not nearly as much as last year. Tenacity, we're gonna go 80 with the hand eye. Strength, we're gonna go 81. Durability, 80. And shot blocking, 71. Again, shot blocking, I find you will, as long as you're like positioned correctly, you'll stop most of them. Obviously there might be like animations that might help out if they're higher, but as far as I know, as long as you throw your body in front of something, you're probably gonna get at least a piece of it. For tactics, I mean, I don't usually play as a center, so I usually put all my points possible into deking. Face-offs, we're gonna leave at 85 in case the guy I play with doesn't want to play, or if they incorporate, you know, being kicked out of the face-off dot. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year. That'd be kind of cool. Discipline, we're gonna drop that to 80. And fighting skill, we're gonna drop down to 72, like I said. So I usually use this build for threes. If you do run this build in sixes, at least you could probably get a punch or two in before you get knocked out. For our abilities, so a bunch of these are for more snapshots and wrist shots. We're making a slap shot as deadly as possible, so we're gonna go 1T. For superstar abilities, we're gonna go thunderclap, advanced power and accuracy when taking slap shots from the point. Like I said, I use this as a defenseman, so on the blue line, it's quite nice. For the second, obviously you can go any way. If you like to dangle more, you can, you know, puck on a string, ankle breaker, spinorama. You can put backhand beauty on. If you like crashing the crease, you can put, you know, big tipper on, or crease crasher, or eclipse. But as a defenseman, I like having one of my abilities to be something with passing. So it's usually between send it or tape to tape. And then basically for our boost, we're going to increase our slap shot more. Precise slapper. We're gonna go booming slapper, which will bump our slap shot accuracy up to 95 and our slap shot power to 97, while maintaining fast boy speed, solid passing, decent dekes, okay strength. The only real bad thing is, obviously besides fighting skill, maybe the body checking. 80's still not that bad, especially with how hitting is this game. The hitting in this game isn't perfect, so I feel like 80 is still fine. And then with balance at 76, I feel like obviously it could be higher, but we were focused on having like a crazy shot and some crazy speed. So as long as you're using your speed correctly, you shouldn't get hit too much. So yeah, that's the build. Let's test it out. So just because our slap shot is so high, it doesn't mean our other stuff is bad. Like, if I'll show you, like, you can still do complicated-ish dekes like this, and you can still kind of datsuk around people. So you can just completely undress a goalie. Even your wrist shot, your wrist shot's actually still pretty solid. You can get the occasional short side snipe still, a little kick to the skate, and you can still go wabam, little short side snipe. So you're like, this isn't even with slap shots, and like you can send wristers, but yeah, you can just boom. This is the load I basically use, especially for threes. It might be different for sixes, but for threes, it's all I really play when it comes to online play. Because you have the hands, you have the wrist shot ability, you have the passing, you have like the far passing. Lordy. Oh my god. And if you have a teammate with some chemistry, you can absolutely clap some absolute bangers of slap shots. Like that. I love hitting the crossbar so much. Even from like the face-off dot range. Like, so your clappers can clap, right? Clap on, clap off. And why I like using it on defense is, say, if you have a guy who like constantly screens goalies, obviously I would change maybe thunderclap for, I forget what it is, seeing eye, where you can have a higher chance at shooting more accurately through a screen. But like even from like range, like that goalie struggled for that one and kind of straggled the blue line. Make some good passes. 1T, obviously 1T is the move, but if you don't get set up for a 1T, you can still like absolutely clap bombs from the blue line. Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. I just wanted to try something different and, you know, maybe help some people out who are trying to test builds. And obviously the meta for this year, as it last year, was little like tiny player builds where they're fast and can shoot. So hopefully this build helps. If you did enjoy this video, drop it a like, subscribe if you're new. Maybe if you have any recommendations for kind of builds. Like I said, I have a handful of them that I find do work pretty well, but this is just the one that I'm constantly using at the moment. But yeah, until then, guys, I will catch you in the next one. All right, peace. Still go through the legs and not score. Like you can still do the complicated dekes, motherfucker. Like you can still do the complicated dekes. Oh my god. So as a deker, you can still dangle fools, absolutely, and you can dangle goalies, which is more important. You know, just bloop and miss the net completely. If we can get a short side, you can still go short side, hit the post, but you can still do the dekes. Little bank. Oh my god, I love hitting the crossbar. Oh my god, he just robbed me. We're gonna make it work. There we go. Especially if you're with someone, obviously. Oh my god. Oh my god, that went so far. The thing I like about this build too is even from like face dots, even from like the face dot, that's not fucking English. Just because you have all your abilities in slap shot doesn't mean you can't dangle a fool once in a while. Oh my god. Okay, so this shot might be too strong where I'm breaking glass through the leg shots, but it is what it is. Let's try that again. Oopsie daisy, I did it again. Even with your slap shot basically as your prime shot, doesn't mean you can't not deke, you know, little curl and drag and then me in the ass.